Hey, this is Prometheus giving you the fourth and final set of this Jacksonville Jaguars ebook. Just a reminder, I'm actually going to be rolling out with live gameplay footage, whether it's going to be full gameplays or just or recaps, so you can see how opponents adjust to my gameplay and how they adjust to the scheme. I'm going to be using the Singleback offense. Singleback Ace is one of my base formations, and really it comes with a base audible of a halfback dive for the run. You can use the 0-1 trap or the halfback zone weak or the stretch play. Also the halfback misdirection are actually good plays. So I'm just going to throw some of those things in interchangeably. Now what's great about this is it comes with a Z spot. I love this. It's one of my favorite plays. But what's great about this formation, the Jags Drive is a phenomenal complement to the Z spot. It's got a corner route with the backside tight end and also a post route, and it actually will generate like a nice little blocking a wedge for your underneath route. So I've got an adjustment I want to show with you on that. And then finally, a great play, I love this play a lot, is Ace Post. Ace Post, really good. You can attack your flat, you can take your tight ends and put them across the field, and it's interchangeable. You can flip the play without giving your opponent a tell and really go ahead and play mind games. So let's go ahead and break into the scheme. I'm just going to go ahead and just do some basic runs, such as the halfback zone weak. So basically we're going to go ahead and count the box and then just go ahead and run right off the tackle. And if you get a good block, you should be able to pick up some pretty easy yards. What I do like about the inside zone is just basically you can flip the play and you're not really going to give your opponent any kind of tell which direction you're going to run with the ball. Now, if there is a gap on the inside, you can always go ahead and switch into the dive. That's going to take you right up where the center is going to be, and you can pick up some fairly easy yards that way. Another play is the halfback misdirection. It's just a little shake with the running back, and then basically what you're going to do is you're going to look for the double team, either with the guard or the tackle, or with the center and the guard. And it actually is at the center and the guards, meaning you should just need to run straight up. So really what you're going to be doing is you're going to be focusing on this guard. He's going to tell you where the running lane is going to be. As you can see, he actually goes ahead and they double team the nose tackle, and that means they're going to get a push, and one of them is going to go ahead and release off to take the blocker to the next level. So if I just go ahead and follow that guard, he's going to take me to where the hole is going to develop. Once again, we're going to follow left guard, and we got the blocking right there over the center to go ahead and pick up some tough yards. Now this is not necessarily the best running play, and it's very important that you don't jam the trigger, the turbo button. You want to go ahead and let your block set before you go ahead and hit turbo. But if you do get the double team, you can pick up some pretty good yards with this, especially if you sprinkle it into your scheme. Now, one of my favorite plays is Ace Post, and really what I like about it is it gives you very easy progressions, and you can attack your opponent in different areas of the field where he's going to have a hard time defending it. So with this particular play, what I like to do first and foremost is block my running back, and I'm going to go ahead and choose the side of the field that I want to attack. So all I have to do is just go ahead and take my tight end. I'm going to do tight end number 2, and I'm going to slant him up. Now my progressions are going to be following. I'm going to go ahead and look to Thomas first, and if the defender does not follow Thomas in the flat, I'm going to go ahead and hit him in the flat. And the reason why is I want to take my opponent out of any kind of a cover 3 zone blitz where the flats are open. That means it's going to take away the heat or any kind of pressure, because cover 3 zone blitzes are basically the most popular blitzes in the game. My next read is going to be Harbor going over the middle. So if it is man coverage, the tight ends generally will beat your man with inside leverage and actually go ahead and get a free release with the slant route. And then I'll make a progression up to Robinson. If it is some kind of a cover 3 buzz zone where the defender comes down, then Robinson should be wide open. So let's just go ahead and take a read, and once again I'm going to go ahead and attack the flats against my opponent and force him to defend him. Now what's great about this play is I can go ahead and take it and flip it to the other side. And once again, somebody does come in the flat, but because it's man coverage, see how that tight end gets a free release? Now I'm always going to go away from where the extra defender's at, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the left because I've got one less defender over there. Flat is open, but it is a zone read, and as you can see, I can always dump it down to that tight end. And I've got that deep post over the middle that is going to be very difficult for the defenders to be there if they fall into like a cover 3 shell. Also on the backside, I've got a man beater with the other post on the backside, so I can really much attack all over the field with this ace post concept. I really love this play. It is just very difficult to defend, especially if you got your reads down. Now the next play we're going to take a look at is going to be Z spot. This is probably a play that I've broken down a lot of my formations, so if you're new to my game or new to my channel, I'm going to go ahead and break it down. Really going to be trying to attack the inside of the field, and if I get a man read, I'll try to hit the corner on the outside with Thomas. I like to go ahead and complement the backside of the spot auto motion with a streak slant concept. The streak will clear out any kind of zone, and I should be able to hit the slant underneath, and slants generally will beat all man coverage, so that's what I do like about the concept. But my read is always going to be the right side. I'm going to take a look at this wide receiver, see if his defender that's over him, who is, right now is at corner, if he comes down and defends him, then I know I've got the deep corner route by Thomas wide open. If he floats away, then I can go ahead and just lay it up underneath for zone. So as you can see right here, the zone is wide open, and you can use your opponent with that quick read to dump it down. Going back to the play again, and on the back side I've got this slant, so if your opponent starts cheating down to the spot route, you can hit him on the other side of the formation. Now it is man coverage right here, and I've got the deep corner route, and that's what your read is when you see man. So I do like this play. This play is really, really good to run against your opponent. It's going to be very difficult for him to stop. It's very easy progressions and reads. And I'm going to show you the next play, which is going to be a great complement to it. Now the Jags Drive is great complement to the Z spot. Jags Drive, you have the auto motion, but this time the actual wide receiver is going to take off and run across the other side of the formation. You also have another man beater with the deep corner with the tight end number 2, and then you have a deep post which actually can complement you with any kind of a flood zone coverage or with a cover 3 or cover 4. What I like to do though is I like to give myself a quick read in the seam. So what I like to do is actually go ahead and take Thomas and put him on a streak route, and really my progressions are going to be following. First and foremost, if it's zone coverage and Thomas is wide open, I'm going to go ahead and rifle the ball to him. It's going to be an easy 10-yard completion. If a man floats with him, or if it's man coverage, I'll look for Robinson. If Robinson beats his man, I'll go ahead and dump the ball down. If it is a cover 3 shell, I might be able to hit Harbor in the corner route, and then conversely I also have another read with Hearns doing the deep post over the middle. So my first read is going to be Thomas, and as you can see right here, Thomas did have a defender following him, but that dragging route right there actually gets wide open and gets a free release. Once again, first read is going to be Thomas, and as you can see right here, I've got the corner route because it is man coverage. I was able to go ahead and beat my opponent that way. So I want to show you this in instant replay. My read is going to be this guy right here, and as you can see, the defender actually follows him, so I know it's a man read. Now, because these defenders are actually following Thomas, I could do an inside pass lead, but I think that's kind of risky, so I'm going to go with the higher percentage passes. So I can either dump it down to the crossing wide receiver, but another defender's in the area, but I know the corner route is going to get a free release, and I can do a pass lead down to be able to get the easy corner for a good 17-yard gain. So if it is zone coverage, basically I'm going to dump it down to the crossing route. Usually crossing route will get wide open for you, and you can see the blocking is in the area. And if you get that opportunity, just go ahead and hit that streak right down the middle. You're really going to abuse your opponent with it. Got a zone right here, but you got that deep post that you actually can hit your opponent with. So you really can attack your opponent in different areas of the field that he's not used to defending, and that's what I do like about this drag, drag play, this Jags drag. It really does a great job of just attacking your opponent at different levels. Now your first audible is going to be quick slants, and I've shown this concept before, but for you guys that are new to my channel, I'm going to go ahead and show this to you again. What I like about quick slants is it gives you easy reads, and you can attack your opponent at all different levels. What I want to do is wherever there's less defenders, I'm going to go ahead and streak that defender up. So basically I'm going to go ahead and streak up Hearns, or I'm going to go ahead and streak up Robinson. So I've got a defender down in the box. That might mean I might have one-on-one coverage with Robinson. I'm going to go ahead and take Harbor, my backside tight end, and go ahead ahead and slant them up. So my progressions are going to be basically Robinson to see if I get one-on-one coverage. If I get one-on-one coverage, I'm going to go ahead and take the shot up top. If not, I'll look to the flat to see if that's wide open, if it's a cover 3 blitz, and dump it down to Thomas. And then if there's a defender in the area, then I've got 2 slants on the backside that either will open up with holes in the zone, or will beat man coverage. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is one-on-one coverage, and I'm going to go ahead and take that shot up top to pick up the big play. So we've got basically an extra defender on the left side. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot up top. And basically, because it is a cover 4, that slant going across the middle is really going to pick up some monster yards for you. If no one goes into flat, you got to hit those flats. You got to make your opponent respect the flats because you can pick up some major yards with it. So that's what I really like about this play, is that it's fast, easy reads. It'd be very difficult for your opponent to defend against these reads, and you're going to be hitting your opponent high, low, in the flats, and you really can't tell which direction you're going to be going with it, primarily because it's going to be, you can go either side of the field, and your opponent will never know what you're going to be doing. Next play we're going to take a look at is going to be ace tight end drag. This is not a formation or not a play I probably run a lot. I would just probably throw it in occasionally if I can have an opportunity to go and hit my opponent with a deep post. And basically it's just maybe something I'll jump into just as a quick hike. My first read is going to be the tight end going across the middle into the flat. If I can get the flat read, I'm going to go ahead and take it, and take a good 5 or 6 yards if I can get it. My next progression is going to be the deep post, and if it's available to me, I'm going to go ahead and take it if the person isn't. So I could do a shot up top, but for the most part, I'm going to be more concerned about doing the post and the easy progressions. Now, the final audible I really like is the play action deep shot. The reason why is that you have a nice crossing route that gets skinny and gets flat. It will beat man coverage, and you also have that deep post with the tight end, which will really cause some mismatches. Now, what I like to do is make 2 adjustments. First and foremost, I want to take my tight end number 2. I'm going to put him on a drag route, give me a fast, easy read. I'm also going to get rid of that play action animation. I don't want to get tied into that because that will actually allow me to get blitzed if my opponent sends some heat at me. So what I'm going to do first and foremost, I'm going to look at Harbor to see if he gets a free release. If he gets a free release, I'm going to go ahead and dump the ball down to him. My next progression would be Hearns or Thomas over the middle. If Thomas is one-on-one, or if it's a zone, basically Thomas should be wide open, and then I'll take Hearns over the middle if I get that progression. So my first read is going to be the underneath coverage, and also I can go ahead and take the tight end over the middle with an easy play. So really we're going to be looking for the flat. This is going to be the fast and easy read. You'll get easy yards with that. And then also you've got this crossing route. If you can wait for it to develop, you can pick up some pretty major yards with that, just because it's going to beat man coverage if the defender follows. So this is a nice little compliment that you can do. You can attack your opponent with. I do like this crossing route right over the middle with the tight end. That's going to get you some major yards, especially if your opponent is using their safety as a defense, probably to stop the run. So I do want to remind you that I actually run these particular formations in live games. I'm going to go ahead and post those in a live game. So if you sat through this entire ebook, you probably want to go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to go and see how I run these plays, how opponents adjust to them, how people adjust to them, whether the reads I make correctly and the reads I don't make correctly. You're going to see my wins, you're going to see my losses, you're going to see my frustrations, you're going to see my victories. So to all my subscribers, I really appreciate your support. If you're new to my channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and to all of you, until next time.